her sport, Young Athlete of the Year, sponsored by BPerfect Cosmetics, celebrates the rising stars who are shaping the future of Irish sport. 10 amazing nominees representing 9 different sports, a demonstration of the depth and talent from gymnastics to sailing, cycling to cricket. Each and every athlete representing Ireland with great pride on the global stage. We have seen records, medals, determination and grit, and you can be sure these stars will continue to rise. I'm going to invite Danielle Collins up to award the Young Athlete of the Year on BPerfect's behalf.
Agus cad faoi bhliain a bhí ag an bhean óg seo as Limnach. Bun airgid agus cré ua búte eici ag na cluiche Paralympicha I Paris. The winner of the Her Sport Young Athlete of the Year, sponsored by BPerfect Cosmetics, is Roisin Ni Rian. Roisin, cógáirdeas mór leat, go dé do áil faoin gradam seo.
Go húnta gur fád bhí sé Sarah gnóthach ach Sarah an bhadam, ag tosnú amach leis na cluichí Eorpacha agus an sin thug sé sin golóir muoín dom ag dolisteach go dtí na cluichí Paralympica agus chun teacht amach le gábán tom cósásta agus cósásta chun a bheith an seo anocht leis an dús seo.
The Paralympics, I mean, what a phenomenal achievement. When you won your first Paralympic medal, what was that feeling like?
Yeah, a kind of a surreal feeling, to be honest. And I think, what made it that bit more special was being able to go out and celebrate that with my friends and family. It was something that doesn't happen that much, I don't think. But, the Irish being the Irish, they got in there and I got to go out. And I suppose I had no idea how many people that I was coming out to. And there was so many of my friends and family that had come over. So I think, being able to celebrate it with them definitely made it that bit more special that night.
So when you said you went out, tell us a bit of the inside. What exactly were the celebrations like?
Well, no, it was really just going out and, getting to see them. And, I suppose there was a couple of people that I didn't realise was there. So, just getting to share that moment with them was very nice. But, after that, it was, a quick 15 minutes. And then for me, it was straight back in, finish all of the recovery and the behind the scenes that people don't see. And then, I had a couple of days off, but back to business then.
When you talk about the stuff behind the scenes that people don't see, bring us, a lot of people here, our athletes would understand with you. There are a lot of people in this room who don't understand what that is. So what exactly do you have to do? And do you ever feel lonely having to do this as well, Roisin?
Yeah, well, I suppose, I wouldn't say that I ever feel lonely because I have so many people around me the whole time. So, whether that's on a day-to-day in training, I have a absolutely brilliant squad of about 20 of us that train in Limerick, and they were all there in Paris, so that definitely made that extra bit special. And then, when I go away to competitions, I'm there, I'm enjoying myself, and I always say that I love to get out and race. So I think, for me, I'm always enjoying myself, whether it be in training, whether it be racing. Of course, there's always going to be those hard times, and when you, from a training side, when you don't want to get up or if you have a bad race, but it's then being able to lean on those people that you have around you to kind of pick yourself back up in those times that may not be the best.
When you talk about the Irish support, what was that like and the homecoming, and just the country went absolutely mad for all the Irish teams for both the Olympics and the Paralympics?
Yeah, absolutely. And I think, that's something that was such a big difference, obviously, from this time round to Tokyo, with obviously being in Tokyo, having absolutely nobody there, literally so empty. You could pick apart the exact voices that were screaming for you, which was a couple of teammates, then to this time where I'm going to say the Irish were probably one of the loudest there. For such a small group of people in the grand scheme of things, they really got behind every single person. And that made it so much nicer. I'd never really experienced that of coming out to such a full arena, or, I never raced, I suppose, in front of the crowd, in front of crowds like that. But I think, you know, that only spurred me on even more. You know, I walked out, heard them all, kind of gave a wave to the crowd. I suppose I didn't know where they were, but just listen, and I could kind of try find where they were. And then, you know, I think it was just knowing that everyone was there and the support that I had definitely gave me that extra bit more.
And then when you are training, so just give us an insight of the training that you have to do. And you're also in college as well, in UL studying. So how do you manage to balance the two of them?
Yeah, I suppose, you know, we have a really great programme in UL. I'm training in the National Centre in Limerick, and we have about 20 athletes, and a lot of us are all living together as well, you know, all college students living in college accommodation. Definitely makes it very easy living with swimmers, living with everyone who's kind of on the same time schedules and doing the same thing day to day. So that definitely makes it that bit easier. And, you know, I'm only a 5-minute walk from pool and 15 minutes away from college, so that definitely helps out a lot as well. But I think just surrounding myself with those people as well is kind of what makes the difference. And, you know, then it's organisation and being prepared and all of that logistical stuff to make sure that I can get the best out of both my training, my competing, and then also my studies as well.
So we have some younger members in our audience here this evening. If you could go back to your 11-year-old self, what would you say to that girl?
I suppose, you know, when I was younger, it was always a dream. It really was, you know, it was something that, you know, I feel like any young child who's in sport and who wants to succeed in sport, you know, to be able to get to the Olympics, the Paralympics, you know, that was always my goal. But I think, you know, it's just for those younger kids to keep going and to keep believing in yourself, you know, and I think just hard work will eventually pay off. Sometimes, you know, when I was younger, in the pool, I kind of felt like, you know, at times you weren't getting where you wanted to, but I think, you know, being patient and believing in yourself is key.
Just before you go, plans for this year, where are you at now for this rest of the year?
In very, very hard winter training at the moment. We've just come back off a nice, not nice 10-day camp where some very, very hard work was done. And, you know, so we're just at the really hard end of things at the moment, grinding winter training as they call it. But I've got a couple of competitions coming up and Worlds then this September, hopefully. So that's the next big one I've got my eye on.
Well, Roisin Ni Rian an tálaat agus míle buíochas is a bheith.
Míle mágad.